Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome back to your pre-game live. We are hampered by the sun, so I hope you can see us and I hope you can hear us. The iPad has just died. Temperature overload.
There's got to be a lot of that today, Gareth.
It's that type of day, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, it is. As in the words of Big Cook, Little Cook, it's hot, hot, hot.
It is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, so the iPad is just literally on the statue dead. Because so I'm hoping you can hear us, I'm hoping you can see us, I'm hoping the internet issues from last week have been fixed. Do let us know in the chat. I will, of course, watch the show back, but I've tried a few things this week, and but it seems
a bit of equipment.
Well, no, back to the phone from last year.
Okay.
And if it's not the phone, then the broadband box will be booted into the middle of next week. But I've gone back to old, and so has McKenna, because Luke Wolfenden steps back in for Cameron Burgess.
Yeah, indeed, yes.
And it's unchanged from Bolton.
It does, yeah. So he's tried to sort of keep a sort of fairly sort of balanced team there.
Yeah.
There was rumours on the way down that Kieran was going to be in and Wolfie knocked out, but thankfully no disrespect to our new son.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Louis Barry starts for Milton Keynes Dons. Yeah. An interesting one. It'd be interesting to see how we marshal him. If you need to, it's famous last words, obviously, as well. Before we go any further, hit subscribe, like button, and support us through Ko-Fi or YouTube. Join our Discord. How is that Discord chat going, Coxie?
It's very good. Yeah, it's very good. It's going 24 hours a day, I think.
24 hours a day, absolutely. And a good morning, and good afternoon, and good evening to Matt Phillips, watching somewhere in sunny Scotland. Hopefully coming through loud and clear. So, unchanged, Bolton, okay. Colin versus Colin. Colin versus Colin. I'll get to you two in a minute. You two calm down in the cheap seats, please. Cheap seats getting a bit leery there. It's great atmosphere. 24,000 fans. Sun is shining. How are you feeling, Mr. Cox? Lovely shirt you're wearing, by the way.
I know, yes.
Stunning.
I have made investment of
young Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, young Burt Reynolds, yes.
Beautiful. What do you think of that later? What were your thoughts?
I think, well, it's two teams who like to keep hold of the ball, so it should be sort of like for like. This temperature running about is good, even though they're professionals and then it's peak of fitness, it's still going to take the tolls down. But I think it's going to be a 1-0 win. I don't know if not quite sure if it's going to be a nervy 1-0 win or whether it's going to be, in the last minute they're going to score a goal.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's going to be much in it, so probably after the game. Well, I can't see it's a 4-3 game or something.
While Lloyd pans himself round the crowd, just to show people at home just how busy the statue gets on match days with the Talking Town community. Even my muscle is here from Cambridge. Fitness, you mentioned it there at the start of the show. We've often spoken earlier part of the season how much fitter we look as a football team. Today will come into play, won't it?
That was pretty much the feedback from the Bolton game. As the game went on, a game we should have won. Yeah, we know that, but it was a 1-1 draw. But the feedback from that was a lot of people said we looked fitter as the game went on.
Yeah.
So the old stamina training.
Absolutely, the fitness will play in today. It really will. I'm looking forward to today's game. We can dominate against teams like Forest Green. Bolton was a good test, but these are the games where you really, for me, early part of the campaign, measure just how far as a football club you've come. This team last year were playoff semi-finalists. They were where we want to be in that playoff mix, but obviously going a bit better than they did. This is a good test today.
This is absolutely good, yeah. As you said last week, losing semi-finalists. And yes, they have lost a couple of star players. Twine, something we all dearly would have loved, but no, he had his sights set on the championship.
He did.
But yes, they've got off to a pretty bad start, so we're looking to put that right today.
They do, absolutely. Jeremy, come on, I want to have a quick word with you, Jeremy. Big J, welcome to the show. Pre-game live with Ipswich Buses. How are you feeling about today's big test? Confident? You're always confident,
He's
Jeremy.
Always confident.
Have to be.
Why?
Well, if you don't predict, don't show that you're confident, they'll reflect on the team and then they won't play as well.
Very well, very true.
Tactician there from Jeremy.
Yeah. What's your score going to be today?
2-1.
Who's scoring your goals?
I think Ladapo's going to get his first goal today.
Big Fred absolutely needs to. Mike Davey, come on in. He's not often seen at Portman Road. He must be absolutely sweltering. He's turned up dressed for the Arctic.
Mike D, the editor, is here.
How are you?
How are you?
COVID, please. 2 metre distance.
What do you reckon of the team?
I like it, you?
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
You could tell your phone.
I still may have dropped JD.
Oh, no, if I say that, I get lynched. Why would you drop JD for?
No, I wouldn't really. I'm just trying to make a debate.
But it's the same team as Bolton. They should have won at Bolton. You were here. You tell me now, despite not coming over and saying hello. But are you happy it's the same team? Because obviously Freddie Ladapo is not hit the ground. Yeah,
I'll go Mike Fisherman. Two up top.
You might bash it.
A little bit, yeah. I think Ladapo needs a partner. Probably maybe go with Chappers off him. Maybe just one in the hole.
Do you really think our governor McKenna's actually going to go for that though, Mike? At some point, yeah, absolutely.
Unless when her signs, he plays him up.
When her signs, so you still think that's going to happen? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think something needs to change a little bit.
Just on the camera now is our winner of the MK Dons tickets. Congratulations, 2 tickets. A winner chicken dinner. I agree with you actually. We do need to have players closer, whether that's a formation change or whether it's kind of Chaplin. Ladapo cannot today be isolated up there on his own. There's too much space. It's too hot of a day. Yeah. You do not want your centre forward isolated the way he has been first 2 games of the year.
And Chaplin doesn't do the sort of number 10 Selena role. So I think Ladapo needs someone supporting him.
I floated the idea. I'd rather see Connor Chaplin on the last shoulder, and a Selena type ball player. Because I don't think if you put the ball into
IT players.
Well, no, I'd buy one, but I don't think if you put the ball into Chaplin's feet today, and he turns 18-yard box, I don't want anyone better having a shot. I think he'll score. But if you put him on the halfway line or just after the halfway line, and he turns, is he the sort of player who can find a pass the way Selena can?
And his harness.
That's a good question. Early days for Marcus.
Yeah.
Beautiful blue eyes.
Stunning.
Absolutely stunning. He could be a model, really, couldn't he?
Although yours are.
I've got blue eyes, no. No, I don't know what colour. I can't really see him, mate.
He's looking forward to visiting the iconic shed after the game.
Oh, I bet. Oh, yeah, 400 degrees. Coxie, what's your score prediction going to be, man? Mike, we love it.
Yeah, I'm going to deviate from my usual 2-1. I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-0.
I want to bring in. Well, I don't want to bring him in. I will just remind you all that contributors' views. You got one. Contributor views are their own and not of me or the network. This is Colin, MK Dons fan. Colin, our own town fan. Come in and debate this man today. Big test.
This
Two Collins. Yeah, I can end the show at any point, just to remind you both that. So crack on.
Colin, how are you?
We're going to do a...
No. I'll never go that far.
No, I was...
Not first day.
Thanks for inviting me on Talking Town on Wednesday. I had a real good night. I enjoy a bit of banter, as you know. So how many are going to lose by today?
Well,
don't worry, you're not going to lose. You're not going to lose.
To be honest, Colin, I've been thinking along the lines of 2-0 all week, and I'm not going to detract from that.
Ding ding, round 1.
No, I said 2-0, and maybe the weather might.
I think if you get a goal, that could be the end of it for us. We are.
Look, Colin. They're two. All joking aside, they're 2 very, very good footballing sides. I know that. I've been coming here since '64. Like we were saying a little while ago, I've watched some of the greatest football in this stadium there's ever been. I swear to God. When we talk about footballers, no, seriously.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So I watched some really great footballers at this football club, and I love nothing else, Colin, than watching great football. And at this level, Colin, at Division 1, I don't think there's many better than us and you. Yeah. As regards football and sides.
Footballing sides, I'd say, yeah. We played Sheffield Wednesday last Saturday. What was this? The other MK Dons fan just turned up. We played Sheffield Wednesday on Saturday, and we played them off the park. We're kids. We're kids.
So I heard.
And they only got a goal. I mean, if you look back on YouTube and all these other things, you'll see it was outside the box. But we are playing. We've got a lot of kids. I think we are in that transition period where you were last year. You signed on 19 players last year. I think a lot of your fans thought you were going to. Well, we were saying you're trying to buy the league, but you always say, it's something a little bit different. But I think we're in that transition period now. We've signed 14 new players on. There's another one in the pipeline. We're still trying to build up the relationships between the players on the pitch. Obviously, we've lost Scott Twine. Scott Twine to Burnley, Harry Darling to Swansea, David Kasumu's gone. We lost Matt O'Reilly. They're all influential players within our team, and we've got to bring these new lads in to do that. And I think this game has probably come too early for us. Same as I said against Sheffield Wednesday.
Those players you just mentioned, they were very, very, at this level, were very, very good players. Cannot deny that one little bit. People around here don't like the word gel.
Oh, I hate it. I hate the word. Hate it. It's the most overused phrase in football. They need time to gel. I'm sorry, it's bullshit. Yeah. I don't. You're either a footballer or you're bloody well end, and that's the end of it. You know. Yeah. You know that you've obviously been bought in the team for something.
Don't you agree though, Colin? Like us last season, when you bring so many players in, you know, it's going to take time.
Yeah,
And I get what you're saying. Absolutely.
I think we're going to be a slow burner this year. I don't think you'll see much of. I mean, we've got Port Vale next Tuesday night. I'm hoping to win that.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to start turning the corner about Christmas time. I think that's probably when it'll be. I think you're going to get off to a flying start. Where you end up at the end of it, Lord alone knows. But, you know, to me, you're one of the quality sides in this division.
Well, this is Fox. This is George Manson. Hello, Fox. How are you?
How are you? Do you want me to hand over?
So Fox. So Fox, I'm going to ask you the most important question of the day.
He's older than our club.
When Colin starts speaking, okay, we can hear each other. Yeah. I'm going to ask you the most important question of the day. Okay, that is to me anyway. What's the score going to be today?
The score's going to be 3-1.
3-1.
Well, we're going to win 3-1. That's nice of him, isn't it?
Did you mean the MK? No. You meant Ipswich, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes. And I think I'll be 2-0. So that's the same like differential and that. So yeah. So who's your favourite player?
My favourite player is George Edmondson.
And why do you like George Edmondson? Can you give me any kind of idea why you like George?
Because I play
wholehearted.
I play the position he plays in, and
do you?
I think he's a good player.
That's really, really nice. And what do you think of? Who do you think will score today? Could you give me some kind of idea? Who do you think will score today for Ipswich?
To be honest, I don't mind who scores.
Do you think Burns will score?
I've been done over again by you.
Do you think Wes Burns will score?
I think he's got a solid chance. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Is he?
And is your dad the best dad in the world?
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Lovely, lovely. Anyway, you enjoy the game, yeah? You take care. Lovely to meet you, Fox. Take care. Cheers, George.
Right, personally, I think today the most important players on the park are both yours. Marcus Arnis and Sam Borsey. The only thing I'll say about Marcus Arnis is if Luton gets him like he did against Portsmouth.
I'll tell you one thing about Marcus Arnis, he's got beautiful eyes.
Marcus Arnis has got beautiful eyes.
That man John seemed to think so.
I think it just depends how much Marcus Arnis is up for against Luton. Luton's getting on, we know, but if Luton kicks him up in the air, he won't want to know. But to me, your biggest threat is Sam Borsey coming from the back, through the midfield, driving you home, and that frightens me. Although I heard you don't look like you're going to score, but we've only got one, so you shouldn't be worried. So you shouldn't be worried.
But flipping the coin a little bit on your side, I think however much most people in the stadium dislike him, I think Bradley Johnson.
Yeah. I haven't seen the team yet. Is Bradley Johnson in? Yeah. He is in.
Yeah, he might be the pantomime villain.
Well, sometimes these players come back and haunt you a little bit. I mean, let's not forget that Liam Manning could come back and haunt you because Liam Manning's an old Ipswich boy.
He is, and he's well respected within the game. I mean, good luck to the lad, you know. After today, you know, he could do what he liked, but as long as we get the 3 points today.
Well, a few of us were a little bit worried we might lose Liam Manning. Yeah. We thought that he'd probably done enough last season for people to sort of think, you know, Liam Manning could do a job in the Championship or even better, but certainly in the Championship, and we were a little bit worried. And we were relieved when we found out Liam Manning was on for another season.
Well, I must
He's the right man, but he needs the backing.
I must admit, if it had been our manager at the time, I'd have said exactly the same thing because
yeah, you've had a few pony managers, haven't you?
we certainly have. We certainly have. But
I mean, who was the guy you had before?
Paul Cook.
Paul Cook, yeah.
Yeah.
That man knew how to get a team up, didn't he?
I must admit,
what a fool.
I was like Rich, you know. I was quite happy when he came, but he was just not for this club, really. Not for this club. He didn't suit at all, you know. And I think, like players, Colin, I think different players suit different clubs. I think you'd agree with that. And I think different managers. Look at that lad up there. Look, he came as a 35, 36-year-old, exactly the same age as Kieran McKenna. Exactly the same age as Kieran McKenna. And nobody kind of knew him, really, as a manager. And the rest is history.
Yeah, well, I mean,
some make it, some don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had to Google Liam Manning because nobody ever heard of him. You know, Liam Manning's going to be your manager. Who's Liam Manning? You know, right. And we see he started his days at Ipswich. He did a little bit at West Ham. He went abroad to America. Ironically, he worked for a franchise company out there, which is quite ironic because we're a franchise. But we don't care. We don't care being called franchise because look on my arm, UTF up the franchise. We don't care.
Fair enough.
Anyway. I'm going to leave you because I've got the long walk around the away end, but
I'll take over.
My prediction, I think you're going to win 1-0 today, but I'll take a draw now. If we can call it off now and all go home, I'll take a draw.
Anyway, take care, Colin, and lovely to meet you. You take care. Safe journey home.
I will see how the time goes.
So if you get smashed, you won't turn up.
We win, mate. I'll be
you like that, are you?
We don't.
Right, do you want to go?
Colin.
Well, Colin, we're what are we going for today then?
I'm going for 2-0, the same as you, mate.
2-0.
Same as you.
Oh, hang on. Hello. There's a fisherman sign. There's a fisherman sign on a Saturday. On a Saturday. Quickly come in. We nearly finished. What's your thoughts today then, Mike?
It's got a win, haven't we?
Yeah.
That's it.
Thoughts? Score. Come on.
2-0.
Score today?
2-0.
3-0.
Elliot, score.
2-0.
Lee.
2-1.
AD Croucher from Stowmarket in the house. Stowmarket massive. Score prediction.
I will say 2-1.
Josh.
3-1. Merger Fisherman, what's the score going to be?
Hello, boy.
He's been on already.
2-0. Would it be
Been on already.
I missed it.
Budge.
So
Score
good.
today.
4-1. 4-1.
Are you drunk?
Ben.
2-1.
Caden Jackson double, yeah? That'll be a no. Anyway, we'll be back at full time at Sir Ralph about 5 o'clock. It's going to be a warm one. 2-0 Town, and we'll see you all soon.